Dímelo, Bo, Dominican York. What's going on, everybody? What the is going on? Tu sabe, loco, straight into it. Had a beautiful wearing experience last night with Marc-Antoine Barra's Tilia. This stuff is bombastic. I oversprayed. I did 6 sprays. I'm pretty sure this house was Tilia'd out. I spent as much time outside after spraying. I hope I didn't upset anybody in the family. Nobody said anything. That doesn't mean that they weren't, overwhelmed by Tilia. 6 sprays is a bit much. I did 4 to the chest, 1 to each arm, and gosh. And this is, you know what I'm saying, a hot day. But have you guys tried Tilia? I can't recall the notes off the top of my head. I do know that there's a lime blossom, or what can be called a linden blossom. Let's take a look at this atomizer. Make sure it's pointed the right way. Up. Whew. Guys, pressurized, and this is the baby bottle. This sucker's pressurized. Boom. I don't even need to reach for it. In the air, this thing is loud. I gotta say, it's loud. It's beautiful, but it's a particular scent. Oh, there's broom in here. There's jasmine sambac. There's another white floral. I forgot what. Oh, a yellow floral, actually. Broom is yellow. Jasmine sambac, I think, is white. Linden blossom, I believe, is white, but it might be yellow. I'm not sure. I've got to look it up after this. But gosh, this guy's good. Have you guys tried it? In the air, I'm getting very spring-like flower garden, fresh, sweet, but not sickly. It's not gourmand sweet. It's floral sweet, and it's so good. My God. I thought that Ganymede was amazing, which I still think it's better, but this really does transform, and that's Tilia. I wanted to talk about Rare Beauty real quick. This is something that I used yesterday, and I've used several times over the last couple months, but this brand of body cream or body butter is so amazing on skin. It feels super light. I've been using it. But when you put it on, it doesn't feel like your normal cream. It almost feels, and this is the first time I'm gonna have to grab them. Luckily, it was close. But my wife suggested that I also start using this Fenty Skin. It's a nighttime, well, they say to apply at night, because this is one that I might not wear during the day. It stays on skin kind of, you can tell it's just probably a moisture bomb. And my hands did wake up really well moisturized. I tend to pick my cuticles, so I have to be extra careful about staying moisturized, especially washing so many dishes. And I gotta remember, use the dishwasher, man. That's what it's for. But yeah, this stuff is great. I'll talk about it later on, but really I wanted to talk about a little bit about that Rare Beauty. When I apply this on skin, this is like a peach flavored, but when I apply it on skin, it seems like it's not, it's soaking in, but still giving me a layer of protection, and it goes on and feels refreshing. I don't know how it does that. It goes on and it feels refreshing. I feel like it drops my temperature skin a degree or two. I know that's got to be something that's probably scientifically possible, because you can probably apply water and, cool the skin. But to do that with a body butter or cream is amazing stuff, guys. Does it say anything about the flavor in the back? Let's see if I can read. Find comfort. See, I don't got great lights up here. Find comfort, bouncy body cream. Bouncy body cream. Yeah, that's what it says right there. Find comfort, Let's see if I can get it. Find comfort, bouncy body cream, awaken confidence. This stuff is really good. I don't see where it says peach anywhere. But this might be from an actress's line. I don't remember her name. If you guys know the name, please drop a comment down below, because then people will know where to get the stuff. But this one is, I guess the brand is Rare Beauty. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm not mistaken. This is, Fenty is Rihanna's brand. Slaying it. She's a Billy. And I mean billionaire. But Fenty Skin, yeah, we'll talk about that later on. Right now, the star of the show is definitely Tilia. I've been seeing more and more people talking about this because I think it only came out like 2023 or 2024. But gosh, it's so good. In the air, amazing. It lasted, guys. This lasted over 12 hours on skin. I gotta wear it to work one day. I really want to wear this to work because last night, or this morning, sorry, because I start early in the day. It feels like last night. Toomey, 19 degrees. God, what a great wearing experience this was. And I oversprayed on this one. I did 7 sprays to my chest. Oh, Lord, why? And 2 to the back of the neck. I didn't think I was projecting or, having as big a bubble as I did, but I noticed that I was leaving a scent trail wherever I went. People were definitely picking it up. Didn't receive any compliments, but I know that people were picking it up, and not in a foul way. I hope nobody said anything, but yeah, I would hope they would feel comfortable. And I do know one of the people I work with will clearly say, "Hey, that's too much." But I noticed some other people reapplying their fragrances when I'm around sometimes too, and I think that might be a sign that, hey, wow, this guy smells good. Let's make sure we're smelling good too. I don't know. Does it happen to you at work? Look at that. This is a beautiful bottle. That's my, let's take a look. Let's open this sucker up. You gotta twist that, then that comes off. Great atomizer. This is an extrait. De Parfum. Great atomizer. It doesn't seem pressurized. It's a red atomizer, just like Tilia. That was an accident. That was a coincidence. And then to lock it back up, and then twist that to center, and you can put that sucker right up. Gosh, this is good in the air. A lot of people say it opens up a ventasy. I can understand why they say that, because it's very refreshing and energetic. Or some kind of, the black currant. There's some kind of fruit. I realized a few months ago that I really enjoy the note of black currant. I've got a very inexpensive spray off Joma's shop for $10. And it's black currant and rose, or rose and black currant. I really enjoy that scent. I think what I like even more than black currant, and this is what I think, because I need to find another that's got red currant. This red currant and balsam from Guess, type 2. Delicious stuff. Now, they say it's a Baccarat dupe. Baccarat 540. Gosh, Baccarat. I need to wear that. My wife's got it in the collection. This stuff is delicious, guys. I, instead of going with the real deal, because honestly, I spray the bathrooms, I spray the closet. This is from Fragrance World, Baracat Rouge, and then I'll hold up both of them together. Crazy how close. And I don't get it why Fragrance World is continuing to put out bottles that really resemble and mimic I guess it's MFK and not Tom Ford, that's why. But then I was going to say why Maison Alhambra had to cease and desist. But look at that, guys. The real deal and the fragrance world. You get 100 mil versus 70, and this is a tenth the price, maybe less. You could find that for 20 bucks. Other places will charge you more, but you could find it for 20 bucks. And then when talking about Maison Alhambra, I'll put the dupe on the left again. And my top is really loose already. There's no friction to keep the top on. But here you have the real Tuscan leather. This is the 1.7. It looks like a damn 1 ounce on camera. And then you have the Maison Alhambra dupe, Toscano leather. Believe it or not, I'm wearing Toscano leather today. That's not why I made this. But, you know, I've been spraying different things. I put on a t-shirt that still had freaking Toomey on it. And I was like, what can I put on that's not going to really fight with Toomey, but kind of hold its own and kind of take over? And I went with Toscano leather. I keep it by the bedside. I keep this and Woody Oud and one other by the bedside. Because it's just like a quick dumb reach, and I think I'm going to, it's just, the new Maison Alhambra bottles do not look like this. They have changed from the Tom Ford look-alike bottles to something different altogether. But, I will not repurchase Toscano leather. I had Toscano leather before I had Tuscan leather. So, because I have other niche brands and that mimic, and actually not just niche, but I've got several. I mean, for Tuscan leather, let's count this. Nichonnet, I've got Suede et Saffron. From Argos, I've got Bacio Immortal. I've got this very inexpensive brand that I saw Cubano post them, and then I saw other people talk about the brand, but I didn't actually look for any. But I know I've got more. I've got the Unique Luxuries. What is it called again? Toscano something. It's Toscano something, but it's really Tuscan leather. And I know I've got others, because I know every time I talk about it on camera, I mention a couple fragrances, and then once I'm done filming, I realize, oh, I got this fragrance and this fragrance that it's also Tuscan leather. Happens every time. Happens every time. But again, the star of the show, see if I can still pick it up in the air. Believe it or not, it's kind of merged with the Toomey, because the Toomey is pretty strong as well. I don't think it's as strong as Tilia or as loud, but Tilia's a different beast, man. This is a Quentin Biche creation, if I'm not mistaken. This is a Quentin Biche creation, if I'm not mistaken. And if you know anything about his creations as of late, they've been monsters. I mean, just performing monsters. But this is a beautiful bottle. I love their styling. This is, again, the baby. This is the 1 ounce. It's a 30 mil. They're not cheap. They're not inexpensive. And again, we talked about Rare Beauty. I forgot who the actress is that is the brand owner, or I think the owner or the spokesperson. But anyway, Rare Beauty, amazing body butter. Amazing body butter. And then, of course, the scent of this morning. And honestly, unless I showered, it would not have gone away. This is Toomey, and this is 19 degrees. These bottles, at first I thought it would be too much. I thought, wow, this is too much. I am very picky about bottles. I don't like a gaudy looking bottle. And I gotta tell you, there's a lot of dupes that I didn't buy because of the way the bottle looked. You know what I mean? And I just don't find myself needing to buy a dupe right now. The last thing I bought, like a lot of people, was Teriac Intense. And that's an amazing scent. But, you know, buying the dupes was a phase once you've got a certain amount of things, unless you're doing them for reviews, or that's, you get off on buying, inexpensive frags, but you can buy inexpensive frags that are not dupes, that are amazing. A lot of people don't like this, but I do. And a lot of people would. The one I just showed, that's inexpensive. All these types, and this is a tobacco and amberwood. God, this guy's a little rough. I could not stand this when I first got it. I mean, it was like potpourri. Let's see what it does now. Let's take a look at the atomizer so you guys can see. Baby sprays. It's good quality, but it's baby sprays. It's thick. It still gives me that, not as much as before because my nose has matured. Not my favorite. But honestly, I'm growing to like it more. It's deep and rich. It's deep and rich. We've got to talk about this one day. I know I've kind of made a short about it, and I actually see more videos on this than the other two. The bergamot and vetiver and the red currant and balsam. I see more stuff on the tobacco and amberwood, and mostly positive reviews. I really see a lot of positive reviews on this one. And these are all in that $25 range. All three of those guesses. And honestly, one of my favorites that you can find for about $50. This is a summer banger, guys. I don't know why people don't talk about this. Well, because it's already old. And, it's not a sought after fragrance. But this stuff is so good. And again, we're not going to get a great atomizer if I remember correctly. Oh, but it went flying. I didn't put the top on all the way. Wink, wink. But wow, this stuff is fresh. And it's just so good. I actually sampled it in store. And after I sampled it, I thought, and I sampled it twice. The first sample, I thought, it's good. It lasted days on paper at least I thought it felt like it lasted. And I had different sample papers, so it could have been different ones. I hope I was smelling the right one, and I think I was. Very similar, I think, in the ultimate dry down to a lot of stuff, but really pleasing. This is a beautiful, easy, everyday, office, casual, dress up, dress down, business casual, don't matter. You can do anything in this. Azzaro Wanted EDP. That stuff is delicious. But I was going to see if I grabbed something else. I don't want to talk about anything else right now. Maybe. Because I think I'm getting rid of this. One. And I'm actually sure I'm getting rid of this. This is Archive 69. And we haven't talked about this on the channel, if I'm not mistaken. Archive 69. Not a bad fragrance. Not a great fragrance. Not for me. Let's take a look at the atomizer. Wow, amazing atomizer. Somebody said one time in a review, I saw this, and it reminded them of like a hospital smell. And I get that. I really get that. This has some strange carnivorous notes, kind of like different. And Archive 69, if I'm not mistaken, is the street address for the main store for Etat Libre de Orange. If I'm mistaken, please correct me in the comments, but I believe this is Archive 69 is, or Archives 69 is the address of one of their flagship stores, if not the main store. But yeah, great scent. I haven't really found myself wearing it. I like it more in the air. Obviously, I spray something and then I hold it right up to my nose if I spray it on my arm, and that's not the way to experience a scent because you're getting it in your face. It's just not the way to do it. But this is one that's going. I'm getting rid of that. I'm actually getting rid of Electimus puritas too. I'm pretty sure it's puritas. No, Fortuna. I've got Fortuna, and Fortuna, it's mature, it's ladylike, it's a rose oud, very old school, and it's not my bag either. Even though I enjoy that floral scent in the mornings to cleanse my mind, my palate, my nose, my olfactory senses, because it smells like you're walking into a garden. It really does. But Tilia was the scent of the day, or the scent of the night last night, and I wanted to talk about how amazing this is. Thank you guys for hanging out. I made this super long. I've kind of just let myself talk. Again, this is therapeutic. This is for Uncle Bo. Que Dios te bendiga.